Bonane mazweni bathanda ukuthetha ngawe wendi avuma ukwakiyo inhlobo khawusondela phandi kucelele awufundela ukuba intombi khawusondela phandi uhlebele awufundela ukuba intombi. One of a kind. WNHH 103.5 FM. I am here today. It's your girl. Bi-weekly, you catch me here on the New Haven's hottest radio station, okay? Hottest community radio station. It's your girl, Thabisa, on her show, Thabisa and Friends. And I've got my beautiful people with me today on this beautiful sunny day. Hey, I'm feeling energized. You know why? Because sunshine is here. Oh, the black girl is magic. Oh, I just wanna spread a little bit more. Sun is here, people. You better be watching. You better be watching. Because I have sunshine here. And today as well, I have another wonderful lady who's from South Africa, but we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. She's having a little bit of difficulties. Not us. We are good. We are good. Harry has got us. Thank you so much, Harry, for putting this together as always. You're the best, man. So yeah. WNHH 103.5. We are here today, bi-weekly, as I said before. So if you don't know what bi-weekly is, it means every other Monday, okay? In South Africa, we say fortnight. So I'm here today, and I'm here to chat with my friends. You see, the thing is this with this show, even if you weren't my friend, you are going to be my friend once you step into these doors, okay? Simple as that. You could be my worst enemy on this earth, but as soon as you come into the show, you are turned into a friend. Okay? So I have here beautiful sun. I call it sunshine because she is the sunshine. She looks like the sun and she's just glowing forever. And she's, I love your energy, sun. Thank you for coming here. And thank you so much for doing this.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a true pleasure. Son, your name is Lauryn, right? Lorraine or Lauryn or Lorraine, because I'm African. I pronounce things my way.
It is.
Okay, so I've got San Queen here, guys, and she's not your typical next door girl. She's a woman full of talent. She's a woman who's got a lot on her hands and on her shoulders. She's an activist. She fights what's right. She fights for the brothers and sisters out there. She is a sister and she's an author. She's a poet. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. And also she works, you're going to have to say that name again because I couldn't quite hear it with my feedback. What else you do? The one other thing that you do that I asked you about.
I am a legal assistant. Oh, okay. I am a legal assistant in a hospital. I help uninsured patients enroll in medical coverage.
Right? You see that? That's what I told you. This is not your typical next door girl, okay? This woman is an embodiment of everything that you want to be in life, okay? She inspires me. So, son, you do inspire me in many ways. In many ways, I do love to see strong women, and by strong, it's not anything to also talk down on those who may not feel strong. No, by being strong, it means that a woman who can embrace their vulnerability. And I think you do that quite often, and you do that openly too. You are strong-willed, yet you are also vulnerable, and you are a smart woman. You are a woman who who has a plan, and those things are things that you find in what I call strong women. And I want to talk to you today, and I want you to talk to our audience out that's listening right now about who you are. Who are you and your background? Where do you come from, for those who don't know?
Okay. So I am Sun Queen. I am a native of New Haven. I've been here all my life. I've gone to New Haven public schools. I did go away for college to Delaware State, and I ended up finishing at University of Bridgeport. I've worked for the city since I've been working at the age of 15.
Wow.
My activist pretty much became stronger when I lost my brother in 2012. He was a homicide victim of New Haven. And so that's when we founded Black Lives Matter New Haven in 2015, myself, Orisha Allah, and Gletty. And now we have, along with our team, Cy Frazier. So basically, we just envision reforming our community, emphasizing accountability, discovering new knowledge, and basically helping and sharing our resources and trying to get our community resources and basically just expanding our community offerings and being able to put ourselves on the front line, but know that we're doing it for a greater purpose, just to serve our community, to give back and work together.
Yes. Oh, wow.
I am a newly found published author.
Yeah. And I have your book.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I have my book too.
Yes,
I am a newly found published author. It happened within the sun. It's a
Harry.
It's a poetic compilation. What you say?
No, I was just calling out Harry. Harry, please put up the picture.
Oh, you're calling Harry. Book. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell me more about your book. Please do. While Harry finds the picture, you tell me.
So it's okay. So there it goes. He has the picture. So that's my book. It's a poetic compilation. That's actually at my book signing place. So it's a book of poetry, basically to help others, to help the readers encourage self-esteem, to also encourage others to just basically have go into life understanding their journey and finding and looking for their purpose and basically living that out and stepping into their true, authentic, and organic self.
Wow, brilliant. You know what? I have your book, and I'm so happy that I got your book. As a young Black mom, wife, woman, daughter, in a different, halfway across the world, really. When I came here, I had no expectations. I didn't really know how life was going to be like. But finding and seeing and connecting with people like yourself is really inspiring, and it really makes someone's life a little brighter, because look at that picture. It's a beautiful picture. It makes someone's life a little bit brighter to see women who are trailblazers. That's what you are. You're a trailblazer, whether you know that or not. But you are, because you know what, you are carving. You are carving your way for young people. You are showing people how things are done. And in fact, you are showing people that you can do things on your own, your way. You can be your own boss. You don't sit at home and sit on your depression and think that someone out there is going to see your talents and know your talents and help you. People help those who help themselves. I have learned that. And you are doing just that. You are helping yourself, right?
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I think that was also, the purpose of that's the purpose of my daily life, as well as my book. And even if it's okay if people do sit in their anxiety and their depression, but to not sit there long, to feel, to be vulnerable in that moment to experience, but know that whatever you're sitting in, whatever's not feeling right with you, that it won't always be like that. But you have to take the necessary steps in order to change yourself, to change your environment, whatever it is that you want to change. You just have to put in the work, for that positive outcome, because the journey isn't easy. It's not easy. Life isn't easy. But once you put in the work, it's worth it.
I absolutely believe that. So, excuse me. Can you tell me, like, when did you realize that you had a passion for poetry, for words, for storytelling? When did you realize all of that, though? I'm curious.
I actually was in the second grade. I was in the second grade. I was in elementary school, and there was some type of contest that was going on, and I entered the contest and I won. And journaling, storytelling for me was basically a coping mechanism. Being a young girl from what we call the hood, seeing different things, experiencing different things. I wrote a lot. So for me, that was a coping mechanism. It was a part of the healing process. And so I've been writing since second grade. Whatever age you are when you're in second grade.
Wow. I mean, my daughter is on sixth grade, and I know she loves writing, and she loves creative writing, and you never know, her future could be in that field, So we gotta nurture our children's interests, from an early age, because that's where it starts. Talking about the hood. Talking about the hood, it's interesting because I'm from the hood, and in South Africa, it's called the townships, right? Townships in America is something totally different. So I suppose here it could be called the ghetto, or it could be called the hood, but I'm from that. And I always think to myself, I always think to myself, what can we do, the people that have gotten themselves out of the hood? I mean, you do know the saying, you can leave the hood, but the hood ain't gonna leave you.
Right. I mean, and that's a good thing, because having that hoodness in you it gives you that airway to pretty much connect with, our people who was brought up in the projects, people who were on Section 8, who, receive food stamps, or, battle with substance abuse, or whatever it is, poverty, because all those things, right, are in the hood. But that's what gives us that authenticity to be able to connect with people, like I won't trade the hood for nothing. Like, I appreciate
absolutely. Exactly. No, I'm really happy that you touched on that, because I do want to have more topics about the hood actually on this show, more as in the future of the show. But it's interesting because I say, I'm from the hood, and as much as I'm not in the hood at this point in time, it's going to be there. It's always going to be within you, because it raised me regardless. But the beauty about that, as you say, if your mind and your eyes are you're taking life is different, because you know what hardship means and how it feels like. And when you go to other spaces that perhaps will be hard too, but not in a different kind of sense. But you almost attack those issues as someone who has who's geared up. I feel like you a little bit more prepared.
Experience, when you right.
So I feel like I want to know from you, what do you want the children that are in the hood, that are struggling right now, to realize their dreams? Like, what is your hope for them, and what do you hope to do in action in your future to make things better for them, a little bit better? What is your take on that?
Overall, what I want to promote for the youth, I just basically want to inspire the youth, let them know that they have a voice, and that even though, they may experience trials and tribulation and, rejection and all those things, that's not the end all be all. If they continue to believe in themselves, if they look within themselves, and also to be around positive people, and just to never give up on themselves, to look inside themselves. And then once you look inside yourself and you understand yourself, they'll understand that they have this light that's undeniable, that they are amazing, that they are beautiful. And, cliche, but whatever they put their mind to, they're able to do, and hopefully, even when my niece and my nephew get older, hopefully their resources and their accessibility, is better in their communities. So overall, I just want the youth to know that they have a voice. There are people that's listening, to never give up. And you're gonna go through things. And also, writing my book, and I realized, and I was like, oftentimes we think, oh, they're just a kid, they're not listening, they're not paying attention, and they don't know. But kids pay attention.
They are.
Children are conscious, and they pay attention, and they take mental notes, and so they are aware of different things. And so on both ends of the spectrum, for parents, to make sure they have that open line of communication with their children, as well as the youth knowing that they can have an open line with people, with their parents, that'll be there and, protect them.
Wow, that is true. I can't agree with you, any more than this, because you hit it right on the head. So, I wonder, because a lot of our people, and I say our people, I mean people that are brown and black in these spaces, be it from the hood or not, or outside of the hood, there's a lot of trauma. And you speak about that trauma from time to time,
yes.
And that I found on its own, talking about our traumas and putting them out there for people to see and hear is a healing on its own. How do you think people can heal from the traumas that have been inflicted upon people, and the traumas that now the people are inflicting on themselves in that psychology? How do you think people can start healing these traumas? It's a very complex situation.
That's loaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's loaded. I think it pretty much just goes back to things that I referenced earlier. Pretty much self-reflection. And no, hold on. I actually want to start. I remember doodling in my notebook, and I'm like, who actually taught us how to heal? You know, that's one of the things. We learn how to cook, how to ride bikes,
Yes.
how to go to the grocery store and different things.
Goosebumps.
But who has really sat down with us and taught us how to heal? I went to school. I have a degree in human services and counseling, but and even journeying through life, I still sit here and say who has taught us how to heal. But I think that healing is definitely for the individual. So my healing may look different from your healing, and your healing looks different from the next.
Yes.
To start healing, I think we need to be open and honest. We need to trust ourselves, because once we're able to trust ourselves, we're able to trust a therapist. Maybe we need to seek counseling. It's okay to see a counselor, see a therapist, however you wish to term it. Basically, just to expand the knowledge of yourself and things that go on around you, so you're able to learn coping mechanisms, so you're able to identify your triggers, and also be able to identify what hurt you, what made you feel this way, what made you react this way. So healing starts in the mind. Okay, so there's this thing and I'm not feeling right. It's not sitting right with me. It doesn't feel right to my heart and soul. So what do I need to do? I need to do some soul searching. I need to do some reflecting. I need to have a conversation with myself. I need to really look in this mirror and see beyond what's here. I need to go into my heart and soul. I need to go into my past. I need to look into the things, regarding my upbringing, or, different things. So overall, healing starts with you. It starts in the mind. You have to feel, you have to be open to be vulnerable, excuse me. So I think that's when healing started, when you realize that you need to heal, because you just can't heal if you don't
realize.
feel like you have something to heal from, if you're in denial, you're just like, oh, this is just how life is supposed to be. Life is what you create it to be.
Exactly. I agree with that.
You can choose your heaven or your hell.
Exactly. The thing is, I agree with that. You can. There's a say about bringing their horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink, right? The person needs to want, or to be healed, but before a person can know that they have that need or that wants to be healed, they have to recognize first the problem, right? And then get to that point. All right. So talked. You hit on an important note.
You definitely have to do a lot.
Yeah. So you talked about. I know I'm going a little bit deep into this, but I think it's very important to sort of give people an idea on how to deal with these kind of things, especially in this COVID-19 space, where a lot of people are going to get into a space of depression and stress and anxiety and all of that. So I think it's important that we actually talk about a little bit more onto this. And I'm going to go on and talk about a lot of things that I'm very curious to know about, and I know my audience is also waiting to hear a lot more and about your shows and all sorts of things. And so now, but now you said something about counseling. Do you think that it's possible for either us, by us, I mean people that have found and identified themselves and what they want to be and are establishing themselves, like yourself, And do you
I'm
think?
sorry, you're going in and out. If you can hear me.
Okay. I don't know. Do you hear me better now? I can hear you. But basically, what I'm trying to say, do you think we touched on counseling, and it made me think about how much um, our Black communities and brown communities have no access in that as well, as well as we don't have even enough psychologists of color and or Latino community or in the Latino community, how much we are lacking on that, and even if it weren't just our people, that could be in this industry of helping people. The people themselves, that the black and brown people, don't even realize that it's like when you have an ouchie on your leg, or you have a tummy ache or a flu, you go to a doctor to help you out, and it's for everybody. And now, same thing when you have traumas and all these emotional and not physical issues. When they start bothering you, you have a psychologist to go to or a therapist to go to. But I feel like our people don't think that's their thing, because of culturally it hasn't been a source that we go to sort out those problems. Do you think that we need more therapists in the hoods that are stationed there, for our children and for our youth, for our parents to go to and consult, like in a hospital or clinic? You know, do you think we have enough of that, and do you think that we need to have that? I guess.
Um, do we need more? I would say that, I mean, one, to break that down, one, there's probably an insurance issue. And also, I feel like we need different, a variety of approaches and techniques in the hood for our people. We need holistic places. We need safe
Yes.
spaces for our Black and Brown people. So we need to be able to have resources that meet people where they are. Definitely, you
Yes.
know, I see often that there's an insurance issue. I personally think that, you know, medical insurance should be free for all, because it's a necessity. You know, we need to
Yes.
go to the hospital. We need checkups. You know, we need all these things to make sure we're okay physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I mean, do I think there's so many different resources for counseling. I think that the insurance issue needs to be different and, you know, more accessible for Black and Brown people. And again, as
Absolutely.
I mentioned, you know, we need holistic practices and other practices that's just going to meet Black and Brown people, you know, where they are. Make sure that it's a safe space, you know, spaces for queer people who
Mm,
need, you know, somewhere to go and talk to. So
mm,
I think we just need to open that up more and just meet people in the community where they are, you know.
mm,
And then oftentimes, you know, we don't want to go seek help, you know, we don't want the stigma attached to it. So
mm,
first, you know, we need to be educated on therapy, counseling, you know, and
mm,
just being able to just again to heal, to work through these things. You know,
mm,
nothing is wrong with you. You know, you just see the therapist. I also look at it as you're going to see the therapist, but you're actually the therapist. You know, there's a working relationship, you know, because who
mm,
knows you better than you? So while
mm,
you have someone who is licensed, you know, you're there, you know, talking to that person, but you're also getting to know yourself in that moment, you know, because
yes.
nobody knows
Better
you
than
better than
you.
you. You're gonna
Mm,
be different things about yourself in that moment. So, you know, it's also about educating our people about counseling and what it looks like, and
mm,
also being able to trust yourself during this process as well as trusting, you know, your counselor, your therapist, you know.
mm, mm. Wow, wow. That these are all great points, Sun Queen. You know, healing really does start with you first. And I think we need to sort of destigmatize the whole thing of people going to therapists and make it seem like, oh,
Mhm.
they got issues. Because I listen, I was one of those people once upon a time in my life, because I didn't come from a family that patronized psychologists, therapists,
right.
And so I didn't understand that it's actually a thing that everyone can do. And then I sort of left that kind of world that thought like that, and I realized this is a thing that I think I needed too. And even when I did start having to consult with the therapist, I was always in the back of my mind thinking, this is waste of my time, because why am I just chilling with this person and talking, but then not realize, even when I was already doing it, I was questioning it, doing it. But then I realized as time went on, like, no, this person is helping me help myself. They're not coming here with a pill to give to me so I can swallow it and all my problems go away. Hello, look who is here, Sun Queen, my queen. Look who is here. Our guest has made it. Nomonde, hi. You could hear us? You can't hear us? Okay, Harry's gonna fix that. Harry will fix that. Well,
he has to activate her audio. I can't fix it from here.
Oh, it's her audio. Okay, Nomonde, you're gonna fix your audio. Can I write to her something? How do I write? I'll text it. It's I don't speak sign language, and I think it's the time that I need to your volume. But as I'll send her a message. But it's very important that volumes. Okay. This is the beauty of
but you know what, while you're doing that, but I
mm-hmm. Yes, son. Don't give me crickets. I thought you were saying something.
Oh no, yeah. While you was doing that, I was just gonna jump in because you were saying about how you just wanted a pill to fix it, and I actually went to go see a therapist, and that was the first thing that she wanted to do. And I was like, lady, you're just not gonna give me any medication, you're going to build a relationship with me. We're going to build a rapport, and you're really going to dig into why I'm here. And so when I went back to therapy, she just wanted to kind of give me medication. She was like, "You're depressed," and I was like, "Duh, that's why I'm here." And I didn't want the medication. If medication is needed, definitely take it. But, some people just need to be uplifted, inspired, and basically talk through what's going on with them, so then they'll be able to advocate for themselves, that gives them life skills, decision-making skills, communication skills, and all these different things. So,
Yeah. So, so I'm sorry about that, Queen. I was just trying to help Nomonde with her volume out there. You are listening to WNHH 103.5 FM. I am here with the Sun Queen, the most fabulous, the trailblazer, the therapist of the community, the activist, the woman who stands behind Black Lives Matter. She is the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, everybody, in New Haven. You know what, Queen? What you don't know is this. Before I even met you, I was interested in the new Black Lives Matter in New Haven. I saw it one time on Instagram, and I was like, oh, we have it here. We have this movement here. Great. And then I thought to myself one time, it was my birthday, and I thought, maybe it's my birthday, instead of people giving me gifts, they could donate for that winter drive or school drive that you do. And I think I contacted you and I said, listen, I want to have the birthday, what can I do? It didn't work out as I hoped, but that was something I thought, wow, we could do this. I could do this. People that come to my birthday, they could, donate some stuff. But it didn't quite work out as I hoped and envisioned. And also realize later on that it was you who, do you know this, or was I talking to someone else? Nomonde, you good?
He wasn't talking to me. No, usually it's me responding, but I don't remember that. So it wasn't me that time.
Oh, it wasn't you that time. Okay. Because I wrote, I inboxed, yeah. inbox. So so please tell us quickly about your t-shirts. I know Harry has some t-shirts as well. The pictures of them. You sell t-shirts, you sell hoodies, you sell what else do you sell? Your book. Yes,
I sell t-shirts.
Black girls are sunshine.
Black girls sunshine.
That is right. That is correct.
T-shirts.
That is correct.
I sell t-shirts. I sell hoodies. Yeah.
Wow, that is great. I
sell the t-shirts and the hoodies as well as bags.
As bags? Oh, did you guys do bags now? When was this? Because the last time I checked, it was just the t-shirts and the hoodies, and now you are on bags. Go girl.
Yes, and we definitely need the bags now instead of spending 10 cents all the time when we go to the store. Yeah, I started doing the canvas bags right after the t-shirts actually.
Oh wow. Can you tell me just a little bit about your school drive that you do? And I mean, I know with COVID-19 now, I have a feeling that we might pretty much be closed for this year. But tell me about the drive that you do, and also the winter drive for the homeless and needy people, or the people that are in need. Sorry.
Yes. So the school drive we do every year, we've been doing it since 2015. It's now 2020. What we do is collect donations from the community. We collect the donations from the community, whether it's monetary donations or people are actually providing book bags and supplies. The book bag drive is done in every different area, every different hood of New Haven. So we're able to, make sure the children in different neighborhoods are given this opportunity to be able to receive free backpacks along with supplies, pens, papers, all the necessary instruments that they need to help them have a successful year. And by doing this helps release some of the burden from parents because school supplies are expensive. And also we don't want children, to be distracted because they have to borrow a pen or, pencil. They aren't able to, do their homework because they don't have a pen or a pencil, they don't have a notebook, a stapler. So basically we do that every year to make sure that children have their essentials to have an effective school year with their supplies. And then we also yearly do a winter drive for the homeless and less fortunate, where we do hygiene products as well as clothes, winter gloves, hats, scarves, hand sanitizer, and all those things that the homeless and less fortunate need to, survive that season, whether it's winter. We also do one where we dedicate it to women so they can have their hygiene products. Oftentimes we can't just think about ourselves. And I feel like you aren't fulfilling your purpose if you're just, going through life and your journey, not being able to give back and helping other people out. And pretty much the whole team feels that way. And so that's why we make sure, where we can, we're able to do a drive and make sure other people in our community have the things that they need because they're less fortunate and not able to, get those things for themselves, but they're still family and we still love them and we want them to know that people care. And even though we aren't able to give you these things 365, 366 a year, we'll be here for you and we'll be able to, help you get these things along the way.
Wow. Sun Queen, thank you so much for being here with me today and having this chat with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. I'm gonna hi Nomonde.
Okay.
Tell me you can hear me. Nomonde, tell me you can hear me. Can you hear me now? I'm still trying to get to Nomonde. Hi.
There she is.
There she is. Hello. So So happy to finally. Hi. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to finally hear from you. So because of our little glitch and our technical issue, we don't have a lot of time with you. So I am gonna let you do this your way, so that you can give us as much information as you can about who you are, what you do. Okay, and we'll go through some pictures quickly. Tell me who you are. Okay. My audience wants to know. Here we go. Let us know.
Okay. All right. So my name is Nomonde and I'm married to Ngema. So I grew up in Swaziland and I lived in Pietermaritzburg until the age. And when I was to Swaziland to go and stay with my granny, and then I started primary school in Swaziland. But going back to the painting, I started doing at 3, and that was when I was still in Pietermaritzburg. And I used to imitate my dad a lot. And yeah, so that's when the love for art started for me, you know. And then I moved to a Christian school in Swaziland, and we didn't have art whatsoever. So yeah, so but I mean, it's something I really, really love doing. So I just have like a little drawing book all the way to high school. I went to a girls' high, St. Michael's High School in Swaziland, which is now called the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Yes. Yes. And by the way, Nomonde, you look amazing on this attire, because when I first saw this on your Instagram, I thought, is she a princess? That is a beautiful traditional attire that you brought there.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, I'm telling you. So I know that you are a celebrity makeup artist. I can see Musi there. She's one of our South African celebrities. I know that you've worked with people in movies because of your makeup. You've worked with people in movies. You've been in Hollywood. You've done, like, recently you were an artist in residence in Chateau de, I can't even say that name. Chateau de Oquevor. Is that right? Oh, wait, what happened? What issue?
I think we lost her.
We lost money? Okay. Well, you know what? You're listening to WNHH 103.5 FM, Thabisa and Friends. She's back. Are you back? We are having a bit of difficulties. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say before I let everyone go, is that I will have Nomonde again. We're going to make this work. And she's doing this all the way from South Africa, you know, that there's probably, like, the internet is probably feeling a little bit like, I don't know what to do. So Nomonde, can you hear me? She's still frozen, like that. So anyway, I'm going to thank Nomonde, and I'm going to thank you, Sun Queen, both of you. Nomonde, I will do this show with you again. We're going to try to do it a little bit better in terms of our sound and getting ourselves together. I do apologize for all of these glitches that happened today. And you look wonderful, by the way. You look wonderful, by the way. And I do want to talk to you more and get to know you more. And I know my audience wants to get to know you too a little bit more. So I am going to wrap it up right now. But I do want to say a little bit more about you.
Not a problem.
That you are, if people can hear me better, because you were cutting a lot when you were talking. So Nomonde is an artist. She's a wife. She's a proud mom. She is a sister, and she's also a makeup artist. She's an entrepreneur. She's the director of her own business called The Makeup Home, and she is a celebrity stylist and makeup artist. And she's actually the artist that makes these wonderful, beautiful paintings. And I once stuck up on her DMs once and said, you know what, I'm going to save up some cents and you are going to make me a painting. Just let me know how that works out, okay? So I have a lot of work to do to get her to make me a painting. So thank you so much, everybody. We're going to leave now with a song, my song. You are listening to WNHH 103.5 FM, Thabisa is going to be singing in the background. Ayo Didi. Thank you.